Well, then I
right
got a
on.
short little segment for us now.
Please hit us with it, man.
And I'm going to call mine To Hell and Back for
Okay.
Profit.
Oh.
All right, that's better than all of ours.
I was going to call it Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar.
Oh, God damn it.
For profit.
For profit. So this is from the U.S. Sun, a News UK company. And it's titled, To Hell and Back, Man Who Claims He Died for 23 Minutes says he was pulled into the depths of hell where he saw a pit of demons and burning bodies.
Oh, no. Oh, no, it's real.
This is written by Hannah Carter and goes as forward. A man claims he died for 23 minutes and was pulled into the depths of hell where he saw a pit of burning bodies.
Dang.
Bill Weiss.
Say it's like.
Yeah, right. It's pretty much the Christian one.
I will
specifically,
say,
I think from like Dante's Inferno type imagery.
Sure. These stories like this really freak me out because I think as a kid, especially kids being raised in even loosely Western society,
Judeo-Christian
inundated with Judeo-Christian ideology and kind of themes. And as a kid, the idea of hell and devils and demons just was the scariest thing in the world to me. So these stories always hit home. But then I start we'll talk about it afterwards.
Well, this one ends pretty hilariously in a competition of sorts. Bill Weiss spoke of his horrifying...
It's the donut machine from The Simpsons.
More.
Bill Weiss spoke of his horrifying ordeal and claimed he met two ferocious demons that tore his flesh open during his visit.
Oh, no, his flesh!
And of course, if you want to read...
ferocious about it. Imagine if they were just really blasé.
like scratches.
Yeah.
Where I'm just posting the link in our listen along. That's where we post the articles and stuff we read. So Bill Weiss told Christian broadcaster TCT Network that he had an out-of-body experience when he woke up in the middle of the night to get a drink. He said he was pulled from his body, then dragged to hell through a long, dark tunnel. He said it was getting hotter, and I landed on a stone floor in a prison cell in hell, where there were stone walls and bars. It was more like a dungeon. Whoa. A filthy, stinking, smoke-filled dungeon.
Whoa, crazy.
The spooky encounter...
Did he say that he died?
It did not yet. Up front it says he died for 23 minutes. That's the official count according to medical practitioners, as they're called.
Right. Well, because it sounds like he was just attacked by demons, waking up to go get some water.
It does. He woke up to get some water, and then halfway through, just demon went, "You're mine now."
Yeah.
Took him to the tunnel.
Out-of-body experience when he woke up in the middle of the night to get a drink. Okay.
The spooky encounter with the fiery world happened in November 1998, and he has since penned a book about his ordeal. Well, like I said, for profit.
Called the Bible, too.
He continued, "The heat was so unbearable. I wondered how I could be alive. Why am I here? How did I get here?" But Bill wasn't alone. Bill claimed that he met two enormous demons with ferocious demeanor.
And rippling abs.
I got that image too.
Yeah.
In the prison cell.
Yeah, here it comes.
And they were pacing around and blaspheming.
They were blaspheming. Huh?
Blaspheming, Jordan.
Wow.
He explained, and then they directed this hatred they had towards God towards me. One demon picked me up and threw me into the wall. I felt as if
pretty
bones...
bad when somebody's hatred for God gets moved onto you.
Yeah,
you're not ready for that level of hatred.
Yeah. That's pretty tough shit.
Especially let's say Christianity is correct, or Judeo-Christianity is correct for some reason. And this is a fallen angel who is literally really upset at God for how things went.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that kind of anger.
I felt as if my bones had broken. Now I know a spirit doesn't have bones, but it felt that way.
Mm-hmm.
Screaming and burning.
A spirit doesn't have bones.
Spirit could have bones. You don't know about spirits. You think there's
Yeah.
like a spiritual, I mean, obviously, or else your spirit would just like slosh around like a blob.
Yeah, spirit bones. It's a thing.
I wondered why I'm still.
Stroko brand spirit bones.
Are you new to being a ghost? Get your spirit bones at a new cheap price.
Yeah, they're like training bones until you're used to your ghost body.
I wonder why I'm still alive through this, he said. The other demon dug its claws into my chest and said, Kalame! Kalame!
No,
I forgot what that guy from Dungeon Temple of Doom says. I
That's
thought it was
right.
Kalame.
Kalima.
Kalima. Well, the point is, tore
on his
open the
chest.
flesh.
Chest, yeah.
This is actually happening. Then he claimed that the prison cell was then lit up by what he believed to be God
Whoa.
before it was plunged into darkness again.
Whoa.
Then his prison cell became a pit of fire, full of flames, according to Bill. Well, Bill, what you just experienced was Satan lighting the pilot light.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Although it does seem weird that he would kind of sense it was God for a second only.
It does seem
"Oh,
like
no, we're
that.
back."
Like, I guess the light of God has like a holy presence that fills
Also,
you
maybe
with
that's-
warmth.
Also, maybe that's like people trying to revive him.
Oh,
Who knows? Read
Yeah.
on.
smooth. Good reading of
I mean,
that.
it's not dissimilar from there's a story in the Nag Hammadi Codex where Christ is pulled down from the 12th Aeon by demons, and it's gets immersed in a hellish sort of dungeon.
Whoa.
And I believe it's the Archangel Michael who literally lights it up with his flaming sword,
Nice.
reaches down and pulls him up back to the face of God.
So what you're saying is this is copyright infringement.
This dude's whooping ass.
Well, or it's an experience that is, human and a thing that
Sure.
people experience when they're in times of great stress.
One of our friends, while going to the Trinidad Festival of Fun, I forgot its official name. We found
Southwest
a couple 5 grams of DMT, you know,
Oh, interesting.
and
It's
one of our
an
friends straight up looked like this is what he was experiencing, and we just all
Good
stared at
God.
him, going like, "Not having a good time," and it was like, "Ugh."
it is also a common experience to be had in both shamanic traditions and with LSD experiments in the 60s.
Nate with that facts. Thank you.
Yeah,
We
I can talk ancient Egyptian scripture.
We know our shit.
Then, to add to the horrifying scene, he says, he then saw thousands of people in this pit screaming and burning, adding that they looked like skeletons.
Lucky.
He said that they were various degrees of punishment and that he was kept in isolation, adding that the stench of hell was the most foul, putrid, disgusting odor.
Ooh.
Now, here we come to some fun parts.
It smells
Others
like
have
an
come forward.
Arby's in Reno.
I was thinking that maybe his dog farted near his body.
Sure.
Now, others have come forward with their experiences on Reddit. One commenter wrote, I was getting an angiogram done. Angiogram done. Wide awake, watching the screen, talking to the doctor. Alarms started to go off and everyone became panicking. The world became soft, foggy, and everything faded to black. The next thing I remember, I was opening my eyes, hearing the doctor say, "We got him back." It was really more peaceful more than anything. So here we have a peaceful one. So perhaps Bill Weiss was a real bastard.
Yeah, he does picture himself going to hell.
Yeah, he sure does.
Another user wrote, I overdosed, and unfortunately, all I remember was pure blackness. Just never-ending darkness.
Then
Maybe I
was
wasn't
saved by
gone
the
long
demon
enough.
Narcan.
Maybe I wasn't gone long enough to fully get to the other side, but that's what I saw. I should also mention that time doesn't work the same way when you're near death.
That's
And
a
that-
weird one to throw out there.
I know, I liked it.
Yeah,
But apparently, It's you know, it's there's an afterlife apparently in terms of like I guess what our brain goes through.
Well,
one guy went to
listen.
hell, one guy just kind of had a peaceful blackness, and the other was like it was all black.
I would be interested in hearing near-death experiences from people not of the Judeo-Christian faith.
Yeah.
Right? I will look that up for next time. How about that? My next segment, calling it here, I'm going to look for non-Judeo-Christian afterlife stories
I think
as
that's a
as a
great
compliment.
What a great idea!
And that's my
Hey,
segment
Yawn
to
is
hell
not
and back
related.
for
Ah!
profit.
I like it. That's a great segment name. That might be the winning segment name, in fact, just in time for the end of the podcast. Thank you so much, Pingos, once again, for tuning in to another episode of Werewolf Radar. I meant to say this at the top of the pod, but rate us on iTunes. Please rate us on iTunes. Please give us 5 stars. Anything less than 5 stars in this day and age is a negative review, as you know. And please tell your friends. And that's it. That's all you have to do.
That's all
Tell
you
your
got to do.
friends, rate the pod. And
If
you
you're
wanna
way
join
into
the
it,
Patreon,
yeah, or Twitter, or just Instagram, say hello, Radar.
say we saw this thing. I died and went to hell, and this is what I saw. And I'll try to be better about saying no, you didn't, you liar. No, you didn't. Because I want to believe too. I just don't like being lied to. So listen, that's my tirade at this man who better have been to hell.
Better have been if you're selling 1 million copies of your book. I'm not going to mention.
Yeah, your book, Hitchhiker's Guide to Hell. That's not what it's called.
It's not what it's called.
23 bad places to eat in hell. That's not what it's called.
That's almost what it's called.
Things to do in hell when you're dead. That's not what it's called. All right. That does it for this week's episode of Werewolf Radar. Until next week, as always, punch the sky!
Spaceman
Joe! Punch it!